want people to be aware of your existence, you need to have submission software. Okay? You also need to have mailing software. You got to mail to hundreds of people, not hundreds, you know, I mail to 30,000, 40,000 people. All right, so I need to have a software that can do this for me. All right, so these are called mailing software. Okay, sorry. Okay, these are called mailing software. Tonight I'll give you a copy for free. You want it? Yes. Then you come for tonight. We have got one more session tonight. I think in the evening, I'm not sure what time, but we have another session tonight, all right? Because of the time constraint, we can't cover every single thing here. All right, now list building, number 5. List building is very important. The money is in the list. I tell people the money is in the list. When people tell you, all right, that I can earn 10,000 US dollar a day, 20,000 US dollar a day, please don't believe them. It's never true. You know why? There's no way for you to earn $10,000 or $20,000 a day just by spamming people, you know. You buy a CD containing 10 million names and spam, right? You can't get rich by that, you know. Because people don't buy if they don't trust you. Is that clear? Do you buy from somebody you don't trust? Or I ask you another question. Do you give your credit card number to somebody you don't trust? You don't. So basically, spamming people will not make any sale. You might make 1 or 2 sales from some crazy people. That's about it. But all you get is spam complaint and will get you into trouble. So what you need to do is build a list. This is what we call permission marketing. List of people who give you permission to email them, whereby you create rapport with them, and these are the people that trust you. So when you recommend something to them, the conversion rate is higher. Is that clear? So you got to build a list. I'll talk about that later on as well. All right, traffic generating. Let's talk about traffic here. Now, 6 years ago, when I started internet marketing, I created my first website. I was so happy, you know. I know nothing about sending an email. After that, I learned how to create my own website. And I was thinking, like most people who are new here, wow, after having a website, I'm going to be rich and famous. How wrong was I? You think that's right? Having a website will make you rich and famous? It's wrong. Until my friend suddenly wake me up from my sleep. He said, Richard, you got a website. Who's going to visit your website? I start scratching my head. It's true, you know, who's visiting my website? Then I start giving excuses. I give my website address on a piece of paper and pass it to my friend. Put it on my name card and pass it around. Do you think I can get a lot of traffic that way? No way, my friend. But let me tell you, over the years, I learned everything on my own. That's why I came up with this book, Exposed 101 Ways to Drive Traffic to Your Website. Okay? The book here contains 101 ways, but the top 12 ways are the most efficient way. All right? From my own experience. Okay? So there are many ways. But let me share with you 1 or 2 ways here. Okay? Search engine is the most important one. All right? Now, when you hear about search engine, I'm sure you know of Google, Yahoo, all right, Alta Vista, and so on. These are called search engines. All right? Now, playing the search engine game is not easy because, you know, you got to optimize your keywords, and there are millions and millions of people who are competing with you, right, to have good ranking as well. But you must know your game if you want to be able to get traffic. Now, you must be ranked at least the top 3 pages, right? If you are ranked the 100 pages or 20 pages, nobody is going to scroll down so many pages, you know. So to get some reasonable amount of traffic, you must rank the top 3 pages, all right? So these are some of my ranking I want to show you, all right? I won't go into detail, but these are some of the ranking that I have managed to obtain from the search engine. If you go to Google, you key in online marketing success. Out of about 5 million websites, I'm ranked number 1. All right, online marketing success, I'm ranked number 1 there. Okay. If you put in internet money out of 5 million websites, I'm ranked number 1 as well. Okay. If you put short motivational story, this is my Cappuccino Success book, all right? If you put short motivational story or motivational story for children, or, you know, short motivational story, inspirational story, you can see my listing here is not number 1 alone out of 500,000. Number 1 and number 2, Cappuccino Success. And that's another one in the first page. I think number 5, 3 in 1 page. Is that clear? So this is how I get traffic as well. Now, this book was my first book that I launched. So today, I don't market this book anymore. I promote the new book. But do like every single day, because it is listed there, people looking for short motivational story. They come to my website at 1 and number 2. And they buy my book for $19.95 US dollar. This paperback I'm selling for $29.90. But the ebook version, I just put one time. They can take down, download as many times as they like. Cling 1995. Cling 1995. Can you see that or not? Alright? Alright. Okay. That's Cappuccino Success. In Yahoo as well. I'm showing you Yahoo and Google. That's all. These are the two biggest ones. Alright? Number 1 and number 2 as well. Let me tell you, it can be done. And I can assure you, this evening I prove to you, you can design your own website as well. Seriously, everyone sitting in this room can design your own website. I'll prove to you this evening. Yeah?
The ranking is actually through Yahoo website or actually keywords.
Keywords. You got to optimize all your keywords. Alright? No, these are all free. I never pay a single cent. So you got to learn how to strategize and do it. Okay? Let's move on then. This is the fastest trend, right? Catch the wave. Quote by Bill Gates. In the next few years, there will only be 2 types of businesses. In the next few years, there will only be 2 types of businesses. Bill Gates said, there will only be 2 types of businesses, those on the net and those no longer in business. So don't quote me, alright? If Bill Gates who said this, alright? Don't come after me. Is that clear? Alright? Now, in this short period of time, I can't cover everything. So let me tell you, this evening we're going to cover extra on this. Alright? I don't know what's the time. You can check with the management and so on. How to create an effective website. I tell you this evening, how to make a website sell. Alright? Number 2, how to accept payment on your website. What are the various companies you can join. Some of them are free. I'll give you the link this evening. Alright? Number 3, traffic generating strategies. I'll go into add a few other strategies besides search engine. Maybe I go in more detail with search engine as well this evening, alright? A strategic alliance, how we use strategic alliance to make money. Let me tell you, this evening I'll show you one of my statements, alright, where I sold this book exposed. Alright, I sold this book for $47 US, but you'll be surprised when you see that I only collect $14 something. You know why? Because I paid 65%, right? 65%. But this evening you see that, you know, although I sell 14, I only received 14 something, but my book sold in seconds. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, one book, you know. And in 2 hours, I sell $800 over US worth of books. 2 hours. How do you like that? Can you make money on the net? You can, but you must know what to do, right? Creating rapport. I'll share with you how we create rapport. This is one of the most important things. How to be successful on the net. Okay? And I'll talk to you about some success story. Okay? So basically that is the end of this session, but I think we have some time here, right? Alright, some time here. What I want to do here in this short little time, since I'm a graduate of this class, I want to inspire you. You want to be inspired or not? Yeah. Or I want to inspire you and tell you a little bit about my background. Is that okay? Yeah. Do you have time for that? Alright, now actually I come from the state of Kelantan. You know where is Kelantan? Or Kelantan, huh? Alright, I come from Kelantan, alright, and I basically studied in UK for 8 years. I'm a chartered accountant by profession. Alright, when I came back from UK, my concept is this. I would like to be a big fish in a small bowl, rather than a small fish in a big bowl, if you know what I mean. So I always want to be my own boss. So when I came back from UK as an accountant, basically, what I did was I never started my accounting practice in Terengganu, in Kelantan, but I moved to Terengganu. Because at that time in 1980s, right, early 80s, Terengganu was for what? Was famous for petroleum, right? Petroleum. So I moved there. I had the herd mentality as well. I moved to Terengganu. So I was in Terengganu for 20 years of my life. I started my own accounting practice there. Was I successful? Yeah, I was successful. But mind you, I started from zero. I remember the early days when I slept in the back of the office, you know. I'm not born with a golden spoon in my mouth, my friend. Alright, so I slept in the back of the office until 20 years. I built from zero base to be one of the big firms in Terengganu. Alright, and I achieved a lot of things in Terengganu. I became the president of the Lions Club. I was the treasurer of the Royal Golf Club. I played golf with the existing Sultan of Terengganu as well. And I also got a medal from the previous Sultan of Terengganu. I played squash for the state of Terengganu. My son today plays squash for Selangor State. Alright, so many things, you know. I was the treasurer of the what do you call, the squash association, the accounting association. I started the East Coast branch and so on. So I achieved a lot of things, don't you think so? In that short period of time, 20 years. And I was very comfortable. But like most of you all, when you're comfortable, you don't realize that you are in a rut, right or not? So what happened is this, you know, about 3.5 years ago, I decided to say, and before that, let me tell you, Terengganu, the mascot of Terengganu was what? It's a turtle. You know, and turtle move fast or slow? Hey, not surprising. Hey, not surprising. The mascot is a turtle. So every time I drive my car to a big roundabout, there was a big statue of a turtle, just to remind you, please go slow. I remember the days when I was caught in a traffic jam in Terengganu as well. Here we are caught in the traffic jam with about 1,000 cars in front. In Terengganu we are caught as well with one slow car in front. Alright, that is what traffic jam was about, right? So what happened was that I said, well, I told my family, I said, we can't be a turtle anymore. Let's become a ninja turtle. Alright, so that was what happened. 3.5 years ago, I decided to make a change. I said, let's move to KL. I tell you, and we made a decision within 2 weeks, that's all. Okay, I tell you want to move ahead in life, you got to make a drastic change in your life, my friend. You got to realize that you got to change. So what happened is that 2 weeks, I made a decision, I moved instantly. I tell my partner, I said, you take over everything, I'm going to move to KL. So when I move here, I don't even have an income in KL. I don't have a job, I don't have an office here, you know. All uncertainty. My children came here without education, without a school. Alright, so when I moved here, I settled everything, and the first thing I realized, I don't have friends here. Right? It was something new. I was there for 20 years. I know a lot of people here. I knew. So one of the things I need to do was that what? I got to network with people. So that was the reason I went to a lot of seminars. All right? I attended so many seminars. You name it. I even went to Singapore to walk on charcoal as well. If you know what I mean, right? So I've been to a lot of seminars. And let me tell you, I have a dream. I have a goal like most of you all to do something with our life. Isn't it? Do you have a goal that you want to do? Have you achieved it so far? No, right? Don't be ashamed, right? Everybody is the same. But you can make that change today, my friend. So what happened to me was one of my goals 30 years ago when I was in England studying, I wanted to write a book. And among that, many things in my life still, right? I wanted to write a book. In fact, my hobby was studying. Really. And I wanted to write about a book about how to study 30 years ago. And I make a research, there were no books on how to study. But I didn't do it. Today, if you go to the bookshop, there are many books on how to study, isn't it? Alright, that explains two things. Number one, you don't take action, nothing is going to happen. Number two, nobody is going to wait for you, my friend. Alright, so what happened is that I had that goal, and when I came to one seminar, right? I came to a seminar, I sat beside a young man, and this young man wrote a book. And I was so inspired by him writing a book, and I thought to myself, what gave him the right to write the book first? He should have waited for me. At least I'm older than him. Alright? So that's what I thought. So I was in the middle of the seminar. I was inspired. I told him, can I see you at the end of this seminar? Let me buy you a cup of coffee. You know, and he was kind enough. After the seminar, I brought him out for a cup of coffee. And in that 1 hour in the coffee shop, I spent a cup of coffee, char kway teow, that's all. Alright? And it cost me just a few ringgit. And you realize that in that 1 hour, I grilled this gentleman left, right, and center. Asked him how he wrote his book, what inspired him, how he printed it, how he self-published himself, and so on. And you know that Anthony Robbins says this, you know, change happens in an instant. It is the decision to change that takes a long, long time, isn't it? So what happened after that meeting with him, I made a decision once and for all. I said, that's it, I'm going to come out. And true enough, 2 months later, I came out with this book. 2 months later, I came out with this book. And my friend, once you do something, you must ride on the momentum. That is why I came up with my second book, my third book, and so on. Now, in a period of 3 years plus, I've written all in 9 books. Is that a great achievement? It's a great achievement, isn't it? I deserve a hand. Come on. Alright? I came up with 9 books. And let me tell you here, when I talk about change, I am somebody who used change a lot. I'm an accountant by profession. Today, I'm not an accountant anymore. Right? I'm doing something different. I moved my whole family here. I have done a lot of change. That is why we can move forward. Alright? And let me tell you as well, I don't know how well you are doing today, but I believe you can do better. On the other hand, I do not know how badly you are doing today, but I believe you can do better. It's all up to you from today onward, right? Where you are today is because of what you have done previously. So what you want in the future is what you do from today, right? And the good news is this, my friend, I made a lot of changes, isn't it? I achieved so much. And you know what was that seminar where I sat beside that young man? He's 601. Give yourself a big hand. All right. Okay, I think that's all I want to share with you, all right? I just give a few minutes for people who want to ask some questions. Please ask good question. Don't ask personal question. All right? All right. You can come in front here. You going to ask any question, please?
Richard, I think you're all inspired with your success story, and I'd like to do a big thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. You can do it as well. Yeah.
The question I'd like to pose to you is about e-books. I personally downloaded e-books before, right? But e-books are, because of its nature, you actually, the tendency is that you actually
share
with your friend or things like that. How do you actually rationalize
Okay.
this
Good.
stuff?
Okay, good. Thank you. Now, when we talk about internet marketing, all right, on the internet is so big and so on, right? So basically, the security is very loose. You must remember that, all right? It's very loose. But although it is loose, there are certain security measures that you can take. All right? Do you realize that on the internet, I can install a script whereby when you download it from that page, all right, you can never go back to that page again. Even you bookmark it, you can never go back to that page. I install a script that will erase everything, So you can never go back to that script. So even you pass around the link, right? All right, it won't go to the website anymore. Are you with me? That's one of the ways. Now, second way I can do is that I can have an ebook or a software for that matter whereby I install a registration code. So when you want to open that ebook for the first time, you got to be online and put in the registration code. So it will register only on that computer. If you pass it around, it will never open. So there are ways to go about it. But sometimes I don't bother the hassle, You know why? Because sometimes you do that, a lot of the customers, they are not computer savvy. They don't even know what to do. So you have a lot of problems trying to advise them how to open it up again. Correct? So I don't bother. So on the internet, sometimes people say people can copy it and so, right? Well, let me ask you this. Bill Gates' software, do people copy that? He's still the richest man. So don't care about what people do. Care about what you can do, right? Okay. Does that answer the question? Okay, next. Come on. I'm sure you got some questions. Yeah?
Okay, Richard, how are you? Okay, I have a product and I have a website and so on. For the past 1 week, we have, I can divert traffic to my website.
Okay, good.
It's about 5,000 visitors. But
You can share.
no one buys my product.
Okay.
What happened?
Okay, good. Go ahead and say. Wow, that is a... Now, I can visualize your website now. All right? Now, you see, to sell on the internet, it has to incorporate everything together. Is that clear? You must have a lot of traffic, which you have. You must also have good copywriting. Copywriting is a skill to induce people to buy. Remember, I say your website is the best salesman, all right? My website goes to US to try to sell this American my product. This American have never heard of Richard Quek, isn't it? And most of all, it came from Malaysia. Come on, correct or not? Where is Malaysia? Some of them don't know. I mean, I'm not joking about it. It's true, right? Singapore probably didn't know, but now I know. People know about Malaysia as well now, all right? But anyway, what happened is this, all right? When people go to my website, how do they trust me to buy from me? Correct? Because I'm not there to convince them or what. So your website must be the person who is able to promote for you. So you got to create a website that can sell. And there are a lot of ingredients that you got to incorporate into your website that can make it sell. That's the most important thing. So if you just have an information website, who's going to buy? So you have to look at your website now. Unless you don't have a good product. If you got a good product, you must create a website that can sell. You must accept payment. You must automate the whole thing. You must be able to follow up with them and so on. You see, on the internet, all right, we are talking about statistics shows that 71% of sales are made after 7 contacts. 71% are made 7 contacts. Do you contact them after that? You see, in your case, people go to your website. After that, they leave. Isn't it? Do you know who visited your website? You know. No, you know precisely who or not. You don't know. But you must know who visited your website. Right? No point tracking how many visitors you have. You must know who visited your website. What is his email address so that you can follow up. There are strategies to do that. All right? 5 more minutes only, yeah? Okay? Anything else? Last question. Come. Come. So that everybody else can.
Is there any effect on pilot software?
Okay, thank you. Well, I mean, like I said just now, on the internet, the security is very loose, right? I mean, you can take my book and print. Come on, don't talk about on the internet. What about this one? People can go and photocopy and